what would you say is, a musician or an artist's biggest hurdle in the industry right now?
You know, the music industry is changing so rapidly. And, I came from OG, like old school town where basically we had MySpace, so digital streaming didn't exist. Uh, you know, Major labels were the only place that you could create success. And through that evolution, just in the past 5 years, really, there's been this whole huge world open up with technology. And while we're still trying to get a handle on it, um, I would say that's one of the biggest, I don't know, unknowns, gray areas. There's just no rules with the industry anymore, which is super exciting, but also really scary. And I don't know, I always try to keep going back to like, what's your heart telling you? What's the music telling you? Where do you feel like your your family is? It's not audience, it's family. It's finding that tribe, those people that you connect with.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's such a, I wish there was a really simple book that I could recommend to everyone watching right now on how to do this or how to avoid things. Maybe I'll write it someday, who
But
knows.
then it would change, if there was a book we could point people to, it would change in a few months because it's an
Yeah.
changing industry. And this has come up multiple times on the show now, the difference between traditional and independent and how
Yeah.
there's so many more opportunities now for artists, for writers, for actors, for filmmakers, for musicians. But you're bringing up a good point that with that comes a lot of unknowns. A lot of things are changing. And it's different. And I guess finding your space in that and what works for you is probably going to be challenging, I would think.
Yeah. I, while we're still trying to navigate it, as again, I joke around and say we're OGs, we're not 18 anymore. Um, but knowing that streaming and digital presence is absolutely vital to your music career. I would encourage anyone who, again, is watching this right now and you're still trying to figure out like, where do I start? um we also are learning that, but at the same time, I have an entrepreneurial business degree, so I always try to think outside the box. It's just kind of naturally where I sit. Like I listen to the rules, I hear the rules, I read them, and then I go, but what if we could not do that? Like
Right.
I'm terrible, but that's where this next generation of artists are coming in, where not only do they not have the pressure of you have to get to the top 3 record labels, but then you can also go, hey, not, listen to me right now, not the TikTok is the end all, because it's not. I'm not okay with promoting TikTok right now, but there's so many ways. YouTube, freaking Facebook, IG, all these things. Like, there's so many ways to put your music out there, and there's so many ways to connect when our world's been in shutdown for 2 years now, God help us. And concerts have been just chopped in half, and that digital world is basically keeping music alive, even though it's not paying for music. Don't get me started on that. But it is definitely like one of our last beacons of hope of going, okay, like art matters, like music matters. How do we connect people who are sitting in their rooms or unable to get out, whatever that is? How do we connect together with art? And there's just a wide open space ready for everyone to share their gifts. And I'm actually really excited about it.